Welcome back, friends. Tonight, I got another summer cocktail for you. It's refreshing, it's a little tart, but the best part about it is it's a salad inside a glass. I love it. We're making a Pimm's cup. This is the channel where we combine the best of the home bar and the pro bar to make easy cocktails at home. Anyway, so the Pimm's cup. James Pimm was a restaurateur in London in the early part of the 1800s. And he owned a series of oyster bars. In fact, his oyster bar provided the oysters, maybe there were more than one, but one of the purveyors of oysters to the royal family, so he was a special guy. I think in the end, he owned like 5 oyster bars in London, so he was, a big shot. To distinguish his oyster bar from the others, he started serving drinks, different concoctions to his customers. And one of them was Pimm's #1, and from that grew the Pimm's cup. Obviously, there were other iterations of this because it's labeled #1, so there must be, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is the one that caught on. But it wasn't until 1850 that he started selling it commercially, independent of the oyster business. And what's in this Pimm's cup is made with Pimm's. You really can't substitute anything for it. But what is in the Pimm's is it's very bitter orange flavored, it's herbally, but it also has quinine. And I think when they originally sold it as an independent product, it was sold as a health product. It was sold as an anti-malarial because obviously in London, boy, if you got malaria, it was the end of you. So this was really, it helped, it prevented you from getting very sick from malaria. And so that's the story in London where it originated. It also came to the US, and it really has a very strong New Orleans connection. One of my favorite bars in the world is the Napoleon House in New Orleans, and they started serving it there I think in 1912, it appeared on the menu there for the first time. But it really is quintessentially English. It's served in Wimbleton, it's served at the Henley Regatta, which is like a big crew race. It's served at pubs all over town, all over London, all over England, I'm sure. It's very refreshing and a perfect summer thing. And I mentioned it does come with a little salad inside, which is what I really love about it too. And before we start mixing, I just want to ask and remind everybody, please hit like and subscribe down below. So thank you for that. Anyways, let's get mixing here. And so this is a cocktail that we make in the glass. And so I have a glass right here for us. And so it calls for about 2 ounces of the Pimm's. And so I pour that right in. And then it's just lemonade, which is, my lemonade is right here. And so I just mix my own using real lemon or any kind of bottled lemon juice. And you just add equal amounts of the lemon juice and the sugar and just make it all to your taste. I don't like it too sweet, but it does need something to counteract the bitterness of the Pimm's. That's that natural kind of sweet tart balance, the sweet tart bitter balance is the beauty of the cocktail. And so 2 ounces of Pimm's times 3 is 6 ounces of lemonade. I use lemonade, but rather than just pouring straight water in it, I use SodaStream. I make seltzer. And so I think that's the English way to do it. Some people will use ginger ale too. My fear with ginger ale is the ginger sometimes can overpower the whole drink. So I do like the traditional English lemonade. But as I mentioned, it's a lot of fruit and some salad items here. So I have some blueberries in here. I'm adding that in. And then I'm adding in cucumber, which is really delicious. I'm not doing this in any particular order, but the really classic and beautiful thing are the strawberries. So I'm adding in my strawberries, and you can add in some mint too, which I also really like. And so it all goes in there. And of course some ice. Also, I'm gonna add a little more ice too. So now I have 4 cubes in there. And then you mix it up. But it does look beautiful with the strawberry and the blueberries and the mint all together. You could also add lemons if you had those. I mean, to make your lemonade a little more authentic, you could add limes. There's all kinds of things you can add in there. It's really salad in a glass, and it is quite refreshing, and it is quite delicious. It has that nice balance between sweet, tart, and that's just a great cocktail. If you sit outside, you share this with friends, it's really a great drink. But by the way, you know, I can't decide which summer drink I like best. I also just made a gin Ricky, so I'm giving you a link to that one. And then I also just made a Dirty Shirley, which is a fun cocktail. So we got a bunch of summer cocktails coming here. And then so next week I have another cocktail coming, another summer themed one. It's gonna have rum and velvet falernum and summery things, tropical things like that. And remember, we're making these drinks to share them with your friends. So invite your gang over and start mixing up cocktails.